Hey everyone, welcome to the 10K in 30 Day live weekly webinar. My name is Vanessa Simpkins, your host, and you can find me at takeyourpowerbacknow.com. I'm the author of these two books, Take Your Power Back Now, The Ultimate Confidence Guide for Women, and From Bankrupt to Making $900 a Day Selling Mops. And you're in the right place today if you're an entrepreneur, speaker, author, trainer, coach, healer, consultant, or want to be an entrepreneur. If you're a seasoned business owner, if you're just getting your gears going and you want to create a consistent income and a portable, profitable business that you can take with you anywhere in the world, you are in the right place. And I'm going to invite you today, if you're here joining us live, even if you're watching the replay later on, to really be here, right? Shut everything else down and give yourself, honor yourself, honor your business, and really give yourself the time and space to really participate, show up, right? 90% of success is showing up. So if you're here, be here, get ready to take lots of notes because I've got an amazing gem-packed content-filled, no fluff webinar for you today. And the whole point of that is to really help you up-level, take your business. Maybe it's your message, maybe it's your sales attraction system, maybe it's your marketing, maybe it's your confidence, your mindset, and really take it to the next level. All right, so without further ado, we are going to jump right into today's training. I wanna make sure that you can all hear me. So please go ahead, type in your name and where you're from in the chat box, and that will let me know that all of this amazing technology is working. And while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and find the slides and begin our screen share. Amazing. All right. So this is the 10K in 30 Day live weekly webinar where I share with you tips on how you can really create a lifestyle and business by design instead of by default. We talk about money, mindset, marketing strategies for spiritual entrepreneurs who want to create more confidence, cash flow, and freedom. Stick around. I'm going to also give you access to my one of my best-selling books for free. From Bankrupt to $900 a Day Selling Mops. It's a sales meets spirituality. How do you overcome all of those inner gremlins like the fear of rejection and the fear of failure? And Seth Godin said there are some very big ideas here for anyone who's ever sabotaged themselves on a sales call, which I think is all of us. So stick around to the end. I will give you access to this book for free, and it comes with over $500 worth of really cool transformational bonuses. All right, so I promise we're gonna have a lot of fun here today, and you'll come away with some breakthroughs, a fabulous system for generating more revenue in your business, guaranteed. That's my promise for you today. And really create a travel lifestyle, or maybe it's a lifestyle where you get to, run your business around your family. Maybe you want to run your business by your pool in your backyard. It doesn't have to be necessarily about traveling. It was for me, that was my desire. And I really want to share with you, heart-centered sales and proven sales attraction systems to help you attract high-paying clients in the next 30 days. How to get massive visibility to your offers if you're new to business, you're a seasoned business owner, how to break through your visibility blocks, fear and doubt and uncertainty. I think this is the #1 challenge that I see women struggling with. How to get clarity about your message and create content that's highly engaging and positions you as an expert that people want to buy from. And how to close more sales by being heart-centered, and the importance of mastering your emotions and your mindset if you want to run a successful business. So I want to tell you guys just a little bit about me before we get started. Welcome, Leanne. There's some more people here joining us. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you can hear me. So quickly, if you're new to these webinars, I'm an international best-selling author, been featured on Fox and ABC, CBS, NBC television stations. I'm a speaker, a coach, trainer, mentor, help thousands of entrepreneurs right around the world really skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. My website, again, is called takeyourpowerbacknow.com. I've been featured in Businesswoman magazine, Motivated magazine. I've spoken on a TED stage for success, hosted workshops all around the world, USA, Canada, Costa Rica, Hawaii, and made my first 6 figures using the very same systems that I'm about to show you here today. I have an amazing business. I am a sales and mindset mentor for spiritual women, women's empowerment leaders. And I teach women really how to generate consistent cash flow in their business and really master their mindset. This is what I do. And I have 2 books. One is called takeyourpowerbacknow.com. The other one is From Bankrupt to $900 a Day. I believe authenticity is a new currency in business, so share your stories. And that sometimes what you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that will set you free. And I know that was true for me when I first started out. I had big dreams and big goals like maybe you have to travel. I moved to Kauai, Hawaii. I became the bikini business coach. And I really wanted to have the freedom to just rock my business from my bikini. And that's what I did. I now live in Southern California. I've taken women on some of the most phenomenal outdoor spiritual adventures. This is a group that I took in 2014 in Kauai, Hawaii. This is a Soul Sister Mastermind. So I love, inspiring women, bringing them together, having fun and really creating a lifestyle business. For me, that's really what it's all about. How can I get paid to do what I love? I love to speak and share my message, and I love to travel. And this is my boyfriend, Alex, and his wonderful kids. And Alex and I went back to Kauai. This is one of the most spiritual places in the world, on the planet right now. And I ran my business for a week. Out of every single month, I would go and disappear and turn into Avatar and travel half naked in this magical valley, hunting for guavas and mangoes and sleeping under the stars. And that's kind of what I love to do. So you can create any kind of business. Really, the sky is the limit. And I'm very blessed now in my life to be able to help and share what I've learned along the way. I've been doing this for 6 years, but my life wasn't always like this. And I remember a time when I was spending more on a mentor to learn how to do this stuff than I was on my rent. And so many people ask me, did you really make $1,000 a day selling mops? So the answer is yes. I was like the ShamWow guy that you see on TV selling ShamWows, but I sold mops and I did live product demonstrations in stores like Sears and, Canadian Tire and different stores. And I would set up a stage and I would sell mops all day long. And I became quite good at this. However, it required me to leave the house for, let's say these extended periods of time, like 10 days to 2 weeks. And even though I was making really good money, sometimes $500 and $1,000 a day, I didn't have a life. And my plants would die. And I didn't have any relationships. And it just sucked. I thought there's got to be more to life than selling mops. There's got to be more to life than this. And there was a rude awakening that I had one day. I talk about that in my second book, Life Gives You These Wake-Up Calls. And, I was struggling in this job for 4 years that I could never leave. I was also struggling in a relationship with a man that I could never leave. I was kind of jumping in and out of it. And one day he nearly killed me. And I'm not going to give away all the yummy, juicy secrets to that story. It's in my second book. However, leaving that relationship really got me to take my power back and share that journey of healing. And so that event was really the catalyst that helped me create a movement to help empower women. Looking back, my bankruptcy was another catalyst to help me, share that healing journey and teach women about sales. So, that story that I never wanted to share about that, that experience in the hotel room turned into a best-selling book. And it's turned into a movement. Take Your Power Back Now is really a movement to help women really, overcome the gremlins in their mind and thrive. And so I've been on this journey a while. On my first pony ride, I've had the privilege of working with some of the most amazing mentors in the world, like Wayne Dyer and Jack Canfield, and my dad, who's my biggest inspiration. He was an artist. And he always told me that if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And he was an artist. I believe as entrepreneurs, we are these artists, only we're lifestyle artists. And we get to leave our legacies with the world, which is empowering others instead of paintings, right? So that's a little bit about me. Can't wait to dive in today because we have a ton to cover. I also want to invite each and every one of you that you are joining to show up, ask me questions, right? Don't just let this be another webinar where you just sit there in the shadows. Really participate, show up, because I really want to share with you as much as I possibly can on how to, kickstart your income in the next 30 days and how to create your lifestyle and business by design. So let me know here, let me know what, if any of these do you struggle with? So these are 5 reasons that entrepreneurs continue struggling making money. Number 1, let me know in the chat box. You don't have an identity or you're not clear about your expertise. Number 2, you don't know what you're selling. Number 3, you don't have an influential offer. Maybe it's not enticing enough. Number 4, don't talk to enough people, don't make enough offers. So this might be marketing or fear of being visible. And number 5, don't ask for the cash. Number 5, don't ask for the cash. So that's maybe a block around sales. So help me really craft this webinar to serve you best. Let me know, type it in the chat box. What do you struggle with the most? Which number, or maybe all of them, I don't know, but let me know and we'll go through this together. So, no matter where you are in your business, I believe that action changes things. Action changes things. And I have to go let my dog in. I have a funny little dog named Houdini who whinges and whines when I don't let him inside. Okay, so here's a note to self. Done is better than perfect. I think most people really... He's whining. Houdini, come inside. Come on. Come. So I think a lot of people prevent themselves from getting into action and figuring things out because they want to have things perfect before they get started. So here's just a little note to self. No matter where you are, done is better than perfect. Good enough is good enough. And there's one thing, just one thing that really makes the difference in your business, and it's visibility. I don't care what stage of your business you're in. If you're already at 10K and you want to go to, $50,000 a month, visibility means everything. So actually the recipe to generate cash flow is visibility plus, offers equals your income. I would say visibility plus delivering value and then making offers really equals your income. It's a really simple recipe. And some people say, yeah, well, that sounds really simple, but what do I do? What is the actual application of it? So basically, you want to teach what you know and share what you love. You can start exactly where you are today. Teach what you know, share what you love. And the first key to doing this, I want to share with you guys 5 keys to really kickstarting your income is having a marketing plan. If you want consistent income, then you got to be consistent with your marketing. So being successful in business isn't about doing a ton of things. It's about doing a few things right. And be careful. This is a word of warning, a caution. You don't have to have it all figured out in order to get into action. Remember, action is what actually changes things. So let's look at what a marketing plan is. A marketing plan is a plan to be visible. That might look like a weekly or a monthly webinar, like we have right now. It could be a 30-day video challenge, which is one of my favorite ways to generate visibility. A 30-day video challenge is one of my favorite sales attraction systems, especially for people who are non-technical savvy. It requires a quick little video that you make once a day on your iPhone that gets posted to Facebook, which generates massive visibility, great content, positions you as an expert. You get to make offers, attract potential clients, and get on the phone and close sales. And let me tell you, it works because it's authentic. People, want to do business with you. You are the brand, and you can talk about just about anything, personal stories, problems that your clients have. So here's a testimonial from a client who did in her first 30 days. That brings my month up to 16,000. How's that for my first month? A few days later, another 6,000 for October. So 24,000 in sales, hosting her first 30-day challenge. Pretty cool. This works if you want to sell high-end coaching or VIP days or retreats or just about anything. All right. So maybe your marketing plan includes speaking or workshops, 1, 2, or 3 times per month. So these are all ways in order for you to, again, generate, visibility, deliver value, make offers. Maybe it's posting daily to Instagram or Facebook. Whatever it is you decide, make sure you do it consistently. It's a plan, right? So what kind of events are you using in your marketing? Let me know. Type it here into the chat box. Lynn says she's working on, being visible with her marketing. Awesome. Love it. Yep. If you want more sales, you got to be more visible with your marketing. So what currently are you using for your marketing plan? What are you doing right now? Do you have a marketing plan? Let me know, type it into the chat box. Now, imperfect action beats inaction every time. I cannot drive this home clear or more, more than this. Imperfect action beats inaction every time. Number one thing that holds people back is that they don't know what to do. They're not sure of their message or, what they're offering, and you just have to jump in the game, right? Imperfect action beats inaction every time. Here's a case study of a client, she's now trapped. She's a recent graduate of the 10K and 30-day program. She's out traveling. This is a really funny video in her bikini in Panama. She's been traveling for 3 months with her husband. And, she, in this video, you'll see she talks about mindset, about overcoming her own inner, mindset. And this is what we face as entrepreneurs, right? No matter I don't care if you're a best-selling author, it doesn't matter. No matter what level of the game you're at, new level, new devil, right? So, jumping in, learning how to swim, get in the water, get wet, get in the game. You're going to learn so much. Even by being here and participating. I'm seeing there's a ton of people showing up here, but not many people are participating. I'm going to invite you to really show up and make this hour one of the best hours you spend in your business all year. Participate, show up. Don't let this be just another webinar that you watch quietly, kind of, in the shadows. It's amazing. I see people all the time. I don't know why they take an hour out of their day if they're not going to participate. So again, clarity is power, absolutely, but clarity comes from doing, from being willing to fail along the way to getting it right. This is called learning. There's nobody in the world that gets to bypass this step, right? This is where confidence comes from. It comes from doing, from getting into action and being in imperfect action. So that's point number one, the marketing plan. Number two, you want to have high-end programs. You need to have high-end programs in your business. Again, this webinar is called the 10K and 30-day Confidence and Cash Flow webinar. And I've been teaching entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs, for the last 6 years how to really knock it out of the park and create portable, profitable businesses. And one of the foundations for that is having a high-end program. So, caution, when you learn how much you're worth, you'll stop giving people discounts. This is a writer downer. And I work with women a lot. I would say, 50% of my work is on helping them, really get their packages clear. So make the decision. You want to get a high-end program because your clients get better results working with you over a longer period of time. You get more committed people, better quality clients who take action. They're more fun to work with. And you honor yourself. You charge what you're worth. You step it up a level. Think about how long you've been learning, how many programs and courses you've been studying and investing in yourself. Think about that. Plus, when you have a high-end program, let's say, a 6 months or a year-long program, you have a payment plan, it develops consistent income, okay, with that payment plan. So caution, big word of warning here, avoid selling your services for $197 if you want to make $10,000 or more next month. Cut that shit out. I see people doing it all the time. They're trying to make these huge income leaps, and they're selling themselves for $100 an hour or $200, even $500 an hour, right? Cut that out. Think about this. How many sales do you have to make in order to hit your income goal? If you have a program at 5,000, well, you only need 2 sales, right? It's not a lot of sales, so don't discount yourself. Let's take a look at some of the high-end programs I recommend people do. So you can start with a one-on-one program. If you've never, ever sold a high-end program, I think having a one-on-one program is the way to go. You could charge, let's say, $6,000 for a 6-month program, offer people a little discount if they pay in full. It's $5,000. You'd coach them an hour a week for 3 weeks of the month. Take the last week off so you can fly around and get lost in the jungle if you want and pick mangoes. And so if you get 2 of those clients, you hit your income goal, right? It's not, you don't need a lot of clients to hit your income every month. That's why I love having high-end programs. Here's another way to generate sales, having an online group mastermind program. This one is my favorite one. This one is an awesome way to create income if you want to leverage yourself, if you want to get out of the one-on-one coaching model, if you still want to generate great results for your clients, creates community. You got a Facebook group, you do weekly calls, lots of accountability, content on a membership site. Again, great way to leverage yourself. You can launch it for 6 or 9 or 12 months. You can charge $10 to $30 to even $60,000, $70,000 a year. And think about that, right? If you have consistent income, let's say it was $500 a month, for 9 months, or $1,000 a month, right? And you had 20 clients, just 20 clients. Let's say 20 clients at $500 a month is $10,000. 20 clients at $1,000 a month is $20,000 a month. That's $180,000 a year. So I really want to invite you guys into asking yourself, how can I create tremendous value? How can I really, separate myself from the rest and deliver, tremendous value to people, and then charge more for it, right? Your clients want you, they want your knowledge, they want your wisdom. And I believe the online mastermind experience, one of the best ways, most fulfilling ways to do that. All right. So I'm just going to check in here. Awesome, Lynn. I'm so happy that you're participating, Lynn. You're a rock star. She says, I've been doing your video challenge. I haven't been consistent with it. Awesome. Well, kudos for getting it going. Now, here's what happens when you start launching high-end programs, okay? Brings up all your inner gremlins, things like, and let me know, type this into the chat box if this is you. Do you ever have these thoughts like, oh my God, I can't charge? Like, as you're watching this even, are you like, be honest with me here, okay? This is going to serve you in the end. The more you participate, the more you show up, the better results you're going to get. And trust me, if I had somebody like me who has launched best-selling books and done webinars and lived in, paradise islands, I would ask a lot of questions. I would be on that chat box asking questions till the cows come home. It delights me, okay, to answer your questions. So use it. I'm here for the next hour with you guys. So tell me, what, if any of these are showing up for you as you're watching this training, right? And talking about high-end programs. Do these thoughts come up like, I can't charge that much, I'm not ready yet, I'm not worth it, who am I to be the expert? They might reject me, they may judge me, I'm no good at sales, I get overwhelmed when I think of packaging my services. What or any of those come up for you? Here was a client testimonial. Maggie, she got started doing her high-end program. She created a monthly mastermind, upped her fees by 50%, and she's got kids, young kids, 1 and a 3-year-old. She said, if I've got 12 hours to run my business per week, what can we do? And I invite you to go and check out some of the testimonials on my website there, takeyourpowerbacknow.com. So it doesn't matter, where you're at in your business. If you're a mom, if you want to travel, creating high-end programs is really one of the pillars for your success. Okay, so Lynn says, the fear of succeeding is my biggest one. What the fuck is that about? Yeah, well, that's a good one, right? I'm glad that you're clear about that. A lot of people have fear of success, fear of failure, fear of success. There's obviously a decision. I'm going to stop the screen share right now and just put it back on camera. So thank you for, for sharing that and being vulnerable here, because, there's a decision somewhere that you made that, maybe it's about, if I succeed, make a lot of money, that the government will come after me, or my family will want it, or people will only want me for my money. But there's some kind of decision that you made against that. And it's really good that you pinpointed it, because you can't reach your goal if you have a prior decision that's, in misalignment, because your mind uses your beliefs to kind of, protect you with. So if, success is not allowed, if it's not okay for whatever decision you made, no matter what you do, you'll never be able to get it. It'll be always a step aside, because your mind is creating your reality. So really awesome that you've pinpointed that. All right. And there's a great way to turn that around. And I'll talk to you about that here in a moment. So anybody else have, one of these crazy, you're like, what is that going on here? I found this crazy gremlin in my mind. How can that still be there? Go ahead and type it in the chat box, and I'll share with you here in a minute exactly what to do about that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue screen sharing. It's perfect timing because we're jumping into, the mindset portion of our call. So mindset, I also believe that mindset is a key to your success, right? Mindset is, I would say it's almost everything. And I know I said visibility is everything, but so is mindset, all right? Because if your mind is not aligned with your goals, ain't no way, I don't care how hard you're working at things, there's no way you can create what your mind has already decided is dangerous. Because the universe is always affirming what you believe back to you. So your world is a projection of the beliefs and thoughts you think and the vibrations and feelings you put out. If you cannot tame the gremlins in your mind and learn to shape the contents of your consciousness, meaning if you don't learn how to direct your consciousness, the rest of it doesn't matter. None of the programs that you take, all the courses, because you may not take any action on any of it. If your mindset is programmed with failure, like it's not safe to take risks, okay? And again, you can turn this around, right? You can absolutely turn this around. So your world is a projection of the thoughts that you think and the vibrations or feelings you put out. We just talked about this. This is when, when you take your power back and you're able to consciously direct your mind, you move out of the victim and into the creator position in life. And you do this through your ability to make decisions. So write this down. Here is the ultimate transformation recipe. If you want fast transformation, this is it. There's only 2 instances you can have a problem in life. Number 1, you procrastinate making a decision. Okay, therefore nothing changes. Think about this. Your whole life is happening based on your ability to make a new decision. So if you don't make a new decision, nothing changes. You keep getting the same old thing from the past. Or number 2, you decide your problems are bigger than you, in which case you become hopeless, right? You've just decided to be a victim. Only 2 instances. All right, so this is a simple but powerful concept right here, if you can wrap your mind around it. You wield your power with your ability to decide, to make a new decision. This is how you change your life. Okay. Again, most people are procrastinating. They don't make a decision. All right. Or number 2, they decide that, oh my God, I can't deal with this. It's too big, in which case they've just given their power away and they become a victim. So here's the recipe. Here's my 3-step recipe to change everything in your life. I don't care if it's relationships, money, business, no matter what it is. The first thing you want to do is make a new decision. The word decide means to kill off all other opportunities. In Spanish and Latin, the word decide. Okay, so you pick one thing, you make a decision. Okay, people tell me, oh, when the kids go back to school, when I lose the weight, when I have more money, then I will do this thing. No, you won't. That's not how life works. You make a decision, okay? You decide, not make excuses, you make a decision. Number 2, you commit. Commitment. And then the number 2, the step number 2, it's the magic word, right? You jump all in, you learn how to swim, you commit. You want to become spiritual? Well, you got to buy a plane ticket if you want to go and see the Maharaja. You're not going to sprout wings, all right? You got to buy the plane ticket. You commit. And in that commitment, and only in that commitment, do you expand. Expansion, that's the 3rd key, right? So the universe, God, source, spirit wants to know, are you all in or are you chicken shit pussyfooting around, all right? And when you commit, then the expansion opens up, then and only then do all the clients, all the money, all the opportunities show up for you. All right, so that's my 3-step process for changing any part of your life fast, and it's simple. So here's a new decision to make, and I'm inviting everybody to make it. The best decision you can make is that I'm ready. That you are ready for something new. You're ready for a change. Invite it into your life. Declare, I am ready. You can even scream it out right now. I decided I am ready for a relationship. And I attracted the man of my dreams a few days later with this one powerful decision. It's actually a song that I was listening to by Tracy Chapman. Here's a wonderful quote. We're talking about mindset. And saw this in Kauai when I went on vacation there. It was in the bathroom. And I just love this quote. It says, "I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and I choose its contents. I believe I can do everything." And I chose this for a very specific reason. Because we are creators, you want to think of your mind like a car, all right? And a car runs on what? It runs on gasoline. Car looks nice, but it won't take you anywhere unless it has gasoline in the engine. Okay? The same thing with you as a creator. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't manifest anything. So this may sound very personal development 101, but the very first belief you need to install in yourself is the one that says, I believe in myself. It's okay for me to have, Lynn, success. It's okay for me to have, whatever you want, and I do. Believe in yourself. It's the number one base foundation belief that you need to install if you want to have success. You must put gasoline in your car if you want to drive it. You must have this belief if you want your mind to actually turn on, right? It's the foundation. So believe in yourself. It might sound very one-on-one, but it's a powerful concept. Here's a testimony of a client who started working with me. She just wanted to get over some fear about a commitment that she had made to do some nonprofit fundraising for Uganda. And she had a talk to give in front of 300 women. She exceeded her funding, and she went to Uganda, had such a blast speaking and sharing, got over her fear. She decided to become a mindset mentor. She had such a freaking blast doing it that she started sharing some of these principles with others and became a mindset mentor. Now she's running her own retreats, her own workshops, her own events online, and her own coaching clients, and she's having a blast. All right, so this is what's possible when you just get out of your own way and take apart those gremlins, those fears, and begin programming them with new decisions, okay? You don't need to be on a couch for 12 years with a psychologist in order to really effectuate change. That's good news, right? A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. So if you want a new life, you put and you install some new thoughts. So we talked about marketing, we talked about high-end programs, we just talked about mindset. Now we're going to move into sales attraction system. Really how to generate leads and turn those leads into sales. This is where things get interesting. So I'm going to invite you to stop trying to wing it. Maybe, you're trying different things all the time. You want to get a no-fail system that weeds out the looky-loos from the serious buyers. And I got some spelling mistakes in there. So, weed out the looky-loos. Excuse me. And what I mean by looky-loos are people who aren't really serious. They're just kind of taking a peek. So a sales attraction system helps you weed those people out. So you stop wasting time talking with people who aren't a right fit, and you only speak with people who are serious and ready to buy from you. So what this actually means for your business is that you end up closing 90% of the people that you speak with on the phone into your programs, guaranteed. Many people, when they begin, they think, oh my God, I have to market to everyone. I have to talk to everyone. I want to do this. I want to help. I don't want to niche into anything. I don't want to offend people. It's going to hurt me. It is not. You want to get specific with your marketing and with your messaging, so you only attract people that are a right fit. And then you want to make sure that they actually are committed. So by the time you speak with them, they really are a right fit. Caution is a word of caution. Don't be fooled by thinking I'll just hire somebody to do the sales for me. I hear that a lot, or that sales isn't so much of a priority. I got to do my website first. I got to do this first. I got to do all this other crap. Bullshit. The number one thing you need to focus on is sales right after marketing, okay? Because marketing comes before sales. That's why we talk about visibility is the number one thing in your business. Because if you don't have sales in your business, you don't have a business. Okay, you have a hobby. You have a hobby, an expensive one. And I know what that's like. When I first started in my business, I was spending all my money on all these programs. I wasn't making any sales until I figured out, how to overcome this mindset resistance. And my hobby, kind of $600 a month coaching income, went to $15,000 a month. I moved to Costa Rica, later on moved to Hawaii, never looked back. So watch your mind when it comes to, you know, sales, because sales brings up all of your inner blocks, every single one of them. Okay, things like, I think I took the slide out, but you know, when it comes to high-end sales, this is really where all your worthiness and deservingness blocks come into play, and it shows up in the field called your business, where you're not really making offers or making sales. Okay. So caution there. And the last key we want to talk about here, the fifth key, is consistency. Now, it's really easy to start the race, but how many of you actually finish it, right? It's so easy to start, but do you finish the races that you start? So why is consistency why is it so powerful here to generating 10K in your business? Because consistency builds the know, like, and trust factor with your audience. And with yourself, it builds integrity. So if you don't trust yourself to finish what you start, if you don't have integrity even with your own word, your business will not last, because your business is just an extension of that. It also builds momentum, right? People get to know, like, and trust you. People are watching you. You stay on top of people's mind, right? People are watching you. Caution, you know, a word of caution here, don't be one of these people that chases all these bright, shiny objects. It's so tempting, I know. Oh my God, you got Periscope, you got this, you got that, you got, oh my God, all these things. Everyone tells me I gotta do this, gotta do that. No, you don't. All right, you just have to do what works, and then do it again and again and again. And that can be a little bit boring. I tell you, one of the most powerful lessons I learned in business is don't fix what's not broken. That is a writer downer. Right? Think about it. If you've already mailed sales before, you know, how did you do it? What happened? How can you create a system with that? Okay, don't fix what's not broken. So this is really about, you know, how moving through, you know, your resistance, coming back to this place of love and really being, you know, heart-centered, loving yourself, loving others, being willing to share what you love, and putting some systems around it can help you get your message out there and generate a consistent income doing what you love, right? I believe that if you're an empowerment leader, you came here because you have a gift, you have a message to share with the world. And the faster you show up and you own that, the faster you show up and you say yes to that instead of no and fear and resistance, the better your life is going to be. I can tell you that because I've been helping women really own their confidence and their cash flow, show up and say yes to that calling for 6 years. And I've seen people just have tremendous results, skyrocket their confidence, skyrocket their incomes in as little as 30 days. So really showing up and owning that, right? God, source, spirit is testing you. Are you really in? Are you really going to do this? Or are you going to, bail out because of fear and your feelings again? Here's, for some of you watching who might think, who cares about $10,000 a month? I want to make more than that. Here's one of my clients, Lisa, who made a $37,000, actually it's 37,000 pound sale. That's close to $50,000 in her first month. And we did some mindset work. And then we targeted her offers to the right people. So some of you have a great message, but you're not talking to the right kind of person. You're not talking to the buyers. And she said, however, I just signed a deal. I just signed off to run a year-long leadership program for 37,000 pounds. All right. So I tell you what, this is totally possible. Even Sharon, here's another client who had a vision to host a women's empowerment event, a speaking event. Maybe your vision is to do more in-person work. Awesome. I showed Sharon how to make offers. She decided to speak at networking events, and she filled a room with 140 women. She's now, I think, where is she now? Running a yoga retreat, a healing retreat with some people in, I think was it Costa Rica or Mexico, somewhere cool like that. That was her goal. She said, next winter, I want to be like you, Vanessa. I want to be in Costa Rica. Now she's done 2 of these amazing, speaker event series, and she's just on fire. So my question for you watching this webinar is, how much of your time are you spending in survival mode? And by survival mode, I mean, are you moving towards your goals, or are you just spinning around in fear and uncertainty and self-doubt? Right? And I think that without Without having a sales attraction system, without having a plan, it's really hurting your confidence. And I can tell you that. This is when people start to doubt, should I be doing this? Should I go and get a job? Maybe I'm not cut out for this stuff. That's why really focusing on sales and making sales in your business is the best confidence booster you can have. So, my invitation is to really take a serious look at, how much time are you spending, going towards your goals, taking action, following a plan, following a proven plan that works, or, spinning around, wondering, doubting, how much time are you spending? If you're not going towards love, towards your goals, then you're moving towards fear. Right? It's only one or the other. And what is it really costing you not to have these pillars in your business? The marketing plan, the high-end programs, really cleared out, having the right mindset, having your sales attraction system in place, and consistently taking the right action. What is that costing you in your life? And we're not even going to, it's not just about money. But yeah, what's it costing you in terms of your peace of mind? I mean, if you had these 5 pillars working in your business, you were generating money consistently, what could you be doing that you're not doing now? Would you be paying off debt? Would you buy a new house? Would you put your kids into a better school? Would you take that trip? Would you, sell your house and go on the trip? Would you, what's it costing you in terms of even the time that you spend with your family, right? I mean, maybe you're working a job or 2 jobs. Maybe you're like me. I was traveling all over the place before I had my business. I really, that job owned me. And it was, it was not my passion, my purpose. And it was kind of slowly killing me every day. What's it costing you to not have this really clear and set up and working right in your business? In terms of the thousands of dollars that you're leaving on the table every month, think about it. If you can get to a place where you're making $10,000 a month consistently and you're not doing it now, if you're only making $2,000 or $5,000 a month, well, you're leaving, $2,000 or $8,000 in the month, on the table every month. What's it costing you to not have these 5 pillars in your life? It's a really important question to ask yourself. Finally, one of my favorite quotes. I love quotes. This is a quote by one of my favorite authors, best-selling author of all time, most read book, I think, outside the Bible, Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill says, education consists not so much of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. People are paid not merely for what they know, but more importantly, more particularly, for what they do with what they know, right? So this can be another webinar that you watch and you take lots of notes and you do nothing with, right? Because you have a choice right now. You can say, hey, that's really cool, Vanessa, 5 pillars. I'm going to get going. I'm going to get working on this stuff. And you can get out there and, blast out there on your own. And I'll be honest with you, you're going to stumble a bit. You're not going to hit the ground running. You are going to stumble a bit. Or, you have a choice. You could follow a proven process, a proven system, and generate 10K in, let's say, the next 30 days, even if it was the next 60 days, right? Or the next 90 days. What would that mean for you in your business? What would that mean for you in your business, in your life, with your family, if you could generate that kind of income consistently? How would you like to double or quadruple your income, in the next 30 to 60 days? If you're already in business and you want to get to the next level, well, my invitation for you is exactly that, really to skyrocket your confidence in your cash flow. And I have the best program for that. It's called my 10K in 30-day program. And this is over 6 years now that I perfected this, teaching women exactly, really going through these modules, going through and creating those 5 pillars we spoke about today. So this is the inside of the program. This is a 9-month online group mastermind program with a high level of accountability and support. Daily support in a Facebook group. We have weekly live calls and trainings, from anything, technological trainings to mindset mastery. You'll see here one of the first tabs is mindset, where I teach you my proven system for uncovering those limiting beliefs and how to turn them around and install new beliefs that support your now vision for success. It's a proprietary system. I really believe it is the foundation for success in everything in your life, whether it's relationships or business, but definitely here with women and money. So the whole, you get, the mindset, that's one of the first foundations we work on. Module 1, we talk about who are your ideal clients and what is the message? How do you understand and talk about the problems that your clients have and turn that into profit, right? This is what you're doing in a business if you want to sell coaching or consulting. So module 1, we get really clear on who your ideal clients are and which problems you solve for profit. What's your marketing message? Module 2 is all about visibility, generating leads and traffic using an online and offline systems. That depends on how you want to build your business, what kind of time you have. Module 3 is about packaging your services. Are you going to sell VIP days, online leverage group masterminds, one-on-one programs, retreats? What are you going to sell? What's included? What does it look like for you? What are you including? What, how much time? What are the price points? What are your payment plan options? We get clear on all of that. Module 4, understanding sales, handling objections. You get my sales script. It's a template. It's, you can read it off and use it. It works right there, hands down. You get that one and you'll never have another problem with money ever again. Module 5, we talk about expert positioning. A lot of my clients become, they write books or they become authors of programs. Module 6 is about networking, how to use joint ventures to not just find clients, but to fill your events. And you get my proven processes for joint ventures. Module 7 is all about your website, not just having a fancy website that looks good, but actually generates leads and turns them into paying clients. So you get access to my autoresponder series and some cool trainings in there. And finally, module 8, you've got everything all together. You've got a sales attraction system. You know what you're doing, Monday through Friday, every week, every month of your business in order to generate sales. Some cool resources and bonus. So that's what the inside of the program looks like. You also get access to my workshop profit secret system. Really simple, how you can generate, anywhere up to $25,000 when you speak in front of a small group of intimate people. I mean, I started out in my yoga teacher's basement. You need like 10, 15, 20 people. Awesome sauce. I'll show you how to add an extra $100,000 in income just by hosting these small, intimate, workshops. You get access to, people always want to know, well, what is my talk about? How do I fill the room? How do I seed my offer? What is my offer? How do I make an offer? What's included? What do I talk about during my talk? When do I start teaching? What do I teach? All of that's included. You have my templates. It's plug and play. I even give you my workshop profit secrets flyer template. You can copy and paste the whole damn thing. I know it works. It's worked for me and tons of my clients. You get access to all of this. So that's included as a bonus. And here's a quick text from someone in the program that said, "Hey Vanessa, just received your gifts. I really want to really say thank you. I also want to personally thank you for your program and your coaching too. Yeah, you're over delivering. This is one of the best, if not the best investments I've ever made." So don't take my word for it. Here's another happy, satisfied client. Susanna, Vanessa over-delivered on her program, on her promise. She said on the 3rd paragraph, her sales training is called Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow. And that's exactly what she does. Her results have been double that. So Susanna made $20,000 her first month, $20,000 her second, and $20,000 her third month. And then her husband invited me to have dinner with them in Kauai for Thanksgiving. Really cool. I still think one of my biggest highlights to this day in business, that somebody's husband is like, wow, we're really thankful for you. Because, they changed their whole life. They started selling high-end retreats. He began helping her in her business. And they're just on fire, right? So the sky's the limit. If you're thinking, I want to make more than, $10,000 a month, that's cool too. Some people tell me, hey, if I can just make an extra $5,000 a month, I'd quit this stupid job. It really doesn't feel good anymore. So wherever you are in your business, my invitation for you is to get on the phone with me and, let's talk about where you are and where you want to be and see if this is a right fit for you. And this is a free call. Again, this may be the best hour you spend in your business all year. I can guarantee that. And I have 2 places that are opening up shortly in the program. Right now, my program is full, but I have 2 places that are opening up shortly, and I am taking applications. And you can go to this website, takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready, and go ahead and apply. You'll fill out an application, and my assistant will get back to you and shoot you over a link to connect with me in the next week or so. So you're welcome to go ahead and look at my testimonials as well. You'll see a ton of video testimonials. Tanya is another amazing client. She's doing just awesome. I mean, really, really awesome in her business. She's now converting, I think, if you'll see on this video, 17 people when she goes and talks at events. Now she's actually got so many speaking and workshops. She's really being selective about which ones she says yes to. Well, that's really cool. She's had, I think, one of her highest income ever in her business. I think she celebrated that last month in January. So some really cool things here. We talked about Sharon, Nicole, 8K, or my best week yet, $8,000. So I mean, once you get out of your own way, you get over your mindset gremlins, and you really start taking action on the right plan, the right system for you, really the sky is the limit. Jenny says, Vanessa's 10K and 30-day program is the real deal. My first month, I just closed over 16,000 in sales. We saw her testimonial before. So really, this is how I can best help you. I've set some time aside to speak with you in the next week or so. Like I said, for about an hour, on really how to dramatically help you improve your sales and attract clients. That's one of my magical superpowers, and I will personally take the time to sit down with you and talk with you and help you really get crystal clear about, number one, what's really holding you back. Is it a mindset gremlin? Is it a fear? Or is it really just lack of strategy? Whatever that is, really from you getting the results that you want in your business. And if you're selling any kind of service and you want to be able to sell your services for higher price points, attract more leads and paying clients, this is going to help you get there. And again, I said the cost is free. Apply today. Go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. And if this is like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh my God, I'm going to apply for this. A lot of people tell me that, you know, and there's, oh my God, I'm so nervous to talk with you. It's normal. It's totally normal. In fact, you should be a little scared, because anytime you grow or you want to up level, your ego has a shit fit. It really does. And the reason, I'm guessing, the reason you're still where you're at is because you've let those feelings prevent you from making a new decision. Right? So where the magic happens, right outside your comfort zone. And again, remember, nothing happens until you make a decision. This is one of the scariest things I ever did. I went bungee jumping with my sister in New Zealand. And oh my God, it was terrifying. I saw the, holy smokes. But you know, it was such a thrill. I'm so happy I did it. I got this funny little video somewhere on Facebook, I think. And it's, you know, really just overcoming that fear. And I didn't die. I had a great time. I squealed like a little pig all the way down. And I'm really proud of myself. You know, I did something really wild and outside of the box. And I know that making a decision to invest in yourself can also feel like that, but that's really where the magic happens. So take risks. Right? You want to take risks. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. It's a different beast. It's a different game. We're paid for being innovative and taking risks, calculated risk, but risk nonetheless. And of course, follow your intuition and let love guide you. I built my entire business on intuition and trusting my decisions. And again, I believe that if you're still watching this webinar, whether it's the replay or the live webinar here with me here today, there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences. I believe everything, you know, happens for a reason, and of course synchronicity. So that's my presentation here for you today. I want to make sure that I stay on time and on target. I'm going to jump back in here to tell you 2 things. I'm going to stop the screenplay so you can see me. And then go ahead and get into the chat box. I'm going to go and takeyourpowerbacknow.com. I'm going to go ahead and post 10K already. That link again for you guys. Layla says, those looky-loos are annoying. You're so funny, Layla. They are, aren't they? It's a good thing you got a sales attraction system. Lynn Nelson says, half and half. I have a base, but needing more signups and a new location. Okay, awesome. Kala, boy, you rock, Vanessa. Your webinars just keep getting more and more awesome. Thank you very much. That's a nice compliment. Lynn says, I have a feeling you would not allow any bullshit. You're a great coach. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a great coach for people that just want a coach to fluff them up, because I am a no bullshit kind of person. I'll tell it straight like it is. And I think my clients really appreciate that. So again, my invitation for you, if you want help, if you want a place where you're going to get a tremendous amount of support, accountability, you're not going to waste time running down creeks and streams that leads you to nowhere, then apply for the program. It is an amazing, phenomenal place, community of rock star women entrepreneurs. We got one really cool guy in there too. And it's a place for very spiritual people who are doing their inner work. And the result of that is a business that's thriving. And I think that when you hire a mentor who's been there and done that before, whether you hire me or somebody else, it shaves years off of your learning curve. So make sure that whoever you do hire is somebody that has been where you want to go and can help you. Okay. Oh, Layla says, Layla says, both Claude and I work with Vanessa. She's very no bullshit, but very kind and positive. Thank you. Yeah. So let me share with you how you can get your hands on this awesome book. It's an ebook version. Again, Take Your Power Back Now. The From Bankrupt to $900 a Day Selling Mops book. This is my first book. It's a sales meets spirituality book. It's really, how did I go from bankrupt to making almost $1,000 a day selling mops? People always want to know. This book is really the foundation. It talks about mindset, the practical tips for using the law of attraction in your business, how to overcome defeating habits like self-sabotage, how to focus on sales, some of the best marketing and sales takeaways that I received in that 4 years of selling mops and doing those live demos on stages. And then I did a bunch of audio interviews with people like Joe Vitale from the hit movie The Secret, and EFT practitioner Brad Yates, and just all my favorite mentors. They're in this book. You can pick it up. The website is takeyourpowerbacknow.com/free book. That'll get you it. And I invite you to go ahead and post here. What's been your biggest takeaway from the webinar? What's been your biggest aha? What's something that you want to, that you are going to implement, or an idea that really struck you, or something that's just really stands out? I'd love for you to go ahead and share that with me here. What's been your biggest takeaway, your biggest aha? And if you have any questions, please go ahead and type those in here as well. I'm so proud of myself for sticking on time today. It's almost noon. It's 11:58. I'm getting good at staying on time. I'm gonna give myself a little celebration for that. So your biggest aha, your biggest takeaway from today's training. Maybe something that you have heard for the first time, something that you've heard for the 12th or 13th or 15th time that you're actually going to implement because this time you really got it. Go ahead and type that here into the chat box. And if there are no other questions, I am going to really focus and end here on time at noon. And thank you all for joining. Lynn says, what it would look like to succeed, and the line, I am ready. Yeah, that's a good decision. Best decision you can make is I am ready. I tell the story sometimes of meeting my partner and looking into my own mindset. At some point, no matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter if you're alone. And I learned that. So you can have a really successful business, but I was like, okay, God, where is my partner already? And I was in a yoga class and I heard this song by Tracy Chapman, and it was like, I'm ready. It was like this slow song, and it was on at the end of the yoga, and we're all like, quiet in shavasana, like lying down. And the song, I was like, who is playing that song? It's so amazing. And I went and I put it on Spotify on my iPhone as soon as I got out of the yoga studio, and I listened to it. It was Friday morning. I listened to this on like repeat, okay? All day Friday, all day Saturday, Sunday. I met the man of my dreams. Sunday, I met Alex at a music concert. And so it was that I'm ready. I was like, yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to meet, I'm so ready for this. It pulls your vibration in that expectancy feeling, in that excitement, right? And then from that excitement, from that expectancy, from that vibration, you move more towards having it. And then through the law of attraction, that is what shows up. A few more steps in there, but that's the condensed version. Okay, guys, I love you. I'm really going to end on time. Have a phenomenal week. Thank you for showing up and being here with us live, because 90% of success is showing up. So whether you're here for the live recording or the replay, I congratulate you for showing up. And my invitation for you is to take action. Don't let this be another webinar that you just kind of, oh, these are some nice ideas, but get in the game. Be willing to take imperfect action. That is how you will generate confidence and, of course, clarity and sales. Awesome, guys. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week on the 10K in 30-day live weekly webinar. Mwah.